Is the American dream dead, or is a new generation simply rewriting its very definition? This isn't just a generational squabble, it's a profound economic and sociological debate, challenging our understanding of success, purpose, and societal progress. Let's critically analyze how Gen Z is navigating a landscape vastly different from their predecessors, sparking both optimism for innovation and critical questions about our collective future. The traditional American dream was a clear blueprint: stable job, home ownership, comfortable retirement. It promised upward mobility through hard work. Yet, for many Gen Z individuals, this blueprint feels like an artifact from a bygone era, a historical curiosity rather than a viable path. Consider Emma, a 24-year-old with a sociology degree, now a barista. Her story isn't unique, it reflects a broader economic reality where traditional career paths often fail to meet the aspirations or even basic needs of a highly educated generation. This isn't necessarily a rejection of ambition, but a pragmatic adaptation to a labor market that has fundamentally changed. The stark contrast between generations is undeniable. Robert, 62, retired comfortably from a single company, a testament to the post-war economic boom. His son, Jake, 25, faces a different reality: student debt, precarious employment, and a housing market that seems insurmountable. Economists and sociologists must critically examine this divergence. In 1970, 90% of 30-year-olds out-earned their parents. By 2010, it was 50%. For Gen Z, this trend continues downward. This isn't merely a perception gap. It's a quantifiable decline in intergenerational upward mobility. Are we witnessing the erosion of the very promise of American meritocracy? This data compels us to debate whether the system itself is failing, or if Gen Z's priorities are simply misaligned with traditional economic drivers. Gen Z's prioritization of purpose over profit is a defining characteristic. Sarah Chen, rejecting high-paying corporate offers for a lower-paying nonprofit role, exemplifies this. This isn't just youthful idealism. It's a calculated choice rooted in a desire for meaningful work and ethical alignment. From an analytical perspective, this shift presents a fascinating paradox. While some economists, like Dr. Michael Patterson, warn of potential economic stagnation if personal fulfillment trumps collective economic contribution, sociologists might argue this reflects a maturing societal consciousness. Is this a luxury afforded by relative privilege, or a necessary evolution in how we define a good life in an era of climate change and social inequality? This debate is crucial for understanding future workforce dynamics and consumer behavior. The rise of the gig economy, embraced by many Gen Z individuals like Alex Thompson, offers autonomy and flexibility. It's a direct response to a perceived lack of security in traditional employment, a lesson learned from watching parents navigate recessions and corporate downsizing. However, this portfolio career model comes with significant trade-offs. The absence of benefits, guaranteed income, and a social safety net creates a precarious existence for many. Jessica Park's struggle with healthcare and retirement savings highlights the critical policy gaps in supporting this new workforce. This isn't just a lifestyle choice, it's a structural economic shift, demanding robust discussion among economists about labor protections, social welfare, and the future of work. Home ownership, once a cornerstone of the American dream, has become an increasingly distant mirage for Gen Z. The median home price now costs nearly 12 times the annual income of a young adult, a stark contrast to previous generations. This isn't just an individual financial hurdle, it's a societal strain. Dr. Amanda Foster's experience, despite a master's degree and above median income, underscores the systemic nature of this crisis. This economic reality delays traditional life milestones like marriage and parenthood, impacting demographic trends and long-term wealth accumulation. Sociologists must analyze the profound implications for family structures, community stability, and intergenerational equity. The debate here isn't about Gen Z's choices, but about the structural barriers preventing them from achieving what previous generations took for granted. Faced with these realities, Gen Z is actively redefining success. Maya Patel's preference for experiences over possessions and Jordan Smith's focus on community thriving through cooperatives illustrate a shift from individualistic accumulation to collective well-being. This optimistic outlook sees challenges as opportunities for innovation and systemic change. This redefinition is a critical point of discussion. Is it a pragmatic adaptation to economic constraints or a genuine philosophical evolution? For Gen Z, success often means impact, flexibility, and alignment with personal values rather than solely financial metrics. This perspective challenges traditional economic models and offers a fresh lens through which to view societal progress. Not everyone views Gen Z's redefinition of success optimistically. Critics like Dr. Catherine Hughes worry that rejecting traditional achievement metrics could undermine societal cohesion and economic prosperity. Business leaders such as Tom Richardson express frustration with Gen Z's demands for work-life balance and purpose-driven roles, seeing it as a threat to productivity. This critical perspective highlights a fundamental tension: the balance between individual fulfillment and collective economic output. Economists debate whether this shift will lead to reduced productivity and competitiveness. Sociologists question if a lack of shared values around traditional work ethic could fragment society. This isn't just a generational clash. It's a debate about the very foundations of a functioning economy and society. The analytical truth is that Gen Z isn't necessarily rejecting the American dream. They are adapting to a new reality. David Kim's story of driving for DoorDash while building a freelance career exemplifies this resilience. Wages have stagnated, while costs for education, housing, and healthcare have skyrocketed. The traditional formula no longer yields the same results. However, this adaptation also fosters innovation. Lisa Rodriguez, building a six-figure online jewelry business, demonstrates that the entrepreneurial spirit is alive, albeit expressed through new channels. This optimistic view suggests that Gen Z is not abandoning the dream, but rather forging new, often more sustainable pathways to achieve it. As Gen Z matures, their alternative vision of success is reshaping American culture and economics. Companies are adapting with remote work and mission-driven cultures. Cities are investing in infrastructure that supports new lifestyles. Dr. Jennifer Martinez argues that Gen Z is updating the American dream for 21st century realities, moving beyond industrial-era assumptions. This evolution is visible in the revitalization of former industrial cities and the rise of new housing models. It's an optimistic outlook on how societal values can drive economic and urban transformation. The American dream isn't dying. It's undergoing a profound metamorphosis, driven by a generation that demands more than just financial security. They demand meaning, impact, and a sustainable future. The coffee shop that was once a bank, where Emma Martinez now works, symbolizes this transformation. Gen Z isn't destroying prosperity. They are striving to create a version that is more equitable, sustainable, and aligned with their values. This is a critical debate for economists, sociologists, and Gen Z alike. Will their idealism lead to innovation and social progress, or will it result in economic decline? The American dream has always evolved. What we are witnessing is its next iteration, shaped by a generation that refuses to accept the status quo. This is the scholar's ledger, where history, faith, and power are revealed. Join the discussion. Share your insights in the comments below. Do you believe Gen Z is killing the American dream? Or are they its most vital reformers? What policies should economists and sociologists advocate for to support this evolving vision of success? Subscribe to the Scholar's Ledger for more in-depth analysis and critical debates on the forces shaping our world.